Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Olivia and this is
Elizabeth. I'm her mom.
the mother-daughter YouTube channel. And today we're going to be discussing some struggles we struggle with both together as mom and daughter. And that is going to be anxiety and depression. It's a really sensitive topic for a lot of people, and thankfully my mom and I don't struggle with it as much as some other people do, and as severe as other people do, you know. And so today we're just going to touch base on what we find helps us to distract our minds or to work through our small little, whether we have panic attacks or anxiety attacks, or we catch each other, you know, falling into depression, or we talk about it. So that's going to be our main focus today.
Or just our anxiety. Both of us have a lot of anxiety attacks. Olivia more than I had it one time in my life where it was seriously debilitating, and it was really just an awful struggle in my life at one time, probably in 2010, for almost a year. But thankfully through my church, and thankfully through prayer, through medicine, I was able to come back out of it. It lasted about 9 months, and you remember those days and how awful. I couldn't even ride in a car. It was just, I couldn't leave the house. It was just really awful. I also want to say that, you know, this worked for us, and you know, it doesn't work for everybody. Everybody handles things differently. We're just going by how we dealt with it in our times in our life, and we just want to share that. Number one, you're not alone. Two, you know, at the time when you're going through it, you feel like you can't. Sometimes you're not going to get through it, but you will. And we want to offer encouragement on that. Again, it was more prayer, I would say, medication, support, encouragement, even just opening up your Bible, opening up a book, opening up something that is positive for you. It can be a really dark time in someone's life, for sure.
Yeah, I would agree.
And but anyway, I popped out of it. I popped out of it, and I got off medication about 9 months into it, and then I would want to say about a year later, it started coming back. And
I think that's what's frustrating about anxiety, is that sometimes you think you're done with it, but then next thing you know, a couple months later, you're like, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel like I can't breathe?
You're thinking, I have a blessed life. I have healthy children. I have a great job, and I have all these things that are positive, and you're thinking, why does this happen? But I've learned through my own research and my own studies that it just happens. It is truly something that chemically can happen in the brain, and it's real. A lot of people say it's not. It is real. But anyway, I don't even know some of the people that are watching this even know this about me, because
Same with me.
it's not a lot. We don't really talk about it a lot. I mean, my close family members know, but as far as a lot of others, I haven't really shared that secret. And it's not a secret. It's just I chose not to discuss it, I guess. But I do talk with others that they come across say at the office, that say, oh, I've had this anxiety, or I've had this depression, and I try to say, look, I've had the same thing. You're not alone, and it's awful right now, but it will get better. Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yeah.
Because a lot more people struggle with it than what people realize.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think everyone, you know, sometimes thinks that you have to be going through something in your life, like whether, you know, like a family member passed away, or, you know, your parents are getting divorced, or a breakup, or, you know, and you don't have to, like my mom said, is you could have the most perfect life. Not perfect, because obviously not everyone's perfect, but the most ideal life. You have healthy kids, you have healthy dogs, you have a wonderful home, you have a roof over your head, but, you know, it's still back there, and you still, I think, go through that. And I think that's the struggle with anxiety, is that no one understands that it can happen to anyone. And I also don't open up to a lot of people about it. Like she said, my close family members know and my close friends know, and that's about it. Because those are the main people you need in your life to help you through those times to where you can't work through it on your own. And sometimes you can't go through it on your own, and you need that support system.
And I would say sometimes you do need medication, and sometimes you don't. I mean, it's not a across the board fix for everybody. I think I've realized in this, it's different for everyone, and but whenever you're going through it, I think you have to realize that it feels so awful, and it feels so scary. But it does get better. It does get better. You have to truly believe that in your heart, saying that I know this will not, this feeling cannot last forever. And I went weeks, months feeling that way, where it wasn't going to get better, but I kept telling myself day by day, with my church family and the support of my husband, the support of my kids, the support of my family, they always were there to encourage me. And not everyone has family to encourage them. Mm-hmm. So hopefully sometimes you can get on the YouTube like I used to do and say, hey, you know what, I'm going to look up anxiety or depression or how people cope with it, and maybe you'll come across this. Positivity. So anyway, we wanted to touch on this subject because we know it's out there, and she's 22, I am 43, so it can happen whenever. It doesn't you don't have to be a certain age, or you don't have to be
going through a certain time in your life. Yeah. And I think for me, like, when you're younger, you don't think about it, but mine, I think, started right around 2021. And I never understood when my mom went through it. Like, she would get in the car and she would have anxiety, and I just didn't understand. And I don't think anyone truly understands how it feels until you are going through it on your own. And when I went through it on my own, I said, Mom, I finally get it. Like, I understand what you're going through. It's hard. It is so hard because you have this feeling of, the best way, like, I think we've learned to describe it is feeling so nervous like you're about to give a speech. And you have that feeling, but you're not about to give a speech. No. You're working, or you're driving home, or you're just laying in bed and you start to have this feeling. It's so hard to get rid of it. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But like she said, by the power of prayer, by the power of having support, you work through it. And that's, for me, I haven't had to have medication because I've learned to work through my anxiety attacks or anxiety in general, and thankfully they haven't gotten to so severe that I am not able to work through it. But right now I am, and I can call my mom if I need to, or I call my grandma, or Michael, my fiance, and Melissa, his sister, or his sister. We all kind of work through it together.
Yeah. So anyway, we hope to be an encouragement to those that are struggling with that, or it's been in the back of their mind thinking, oh my gosh, am I going crazy? No, you're not going crazy. You're not alone out there. Definitely not alone. Even though it may feel like it, you're not. So we encourage you to, whoever is struggling with it and watching this, we encourage you to, one, you can ask any questions you want for us.
Yeah, leave us comments and leave us maybe your Instagram, and we'd love to,
encourage you,
and start talking and be there. If you do have an anxiety attack, we go through it on a day-to-day basis. We both still go through it now. I think I go through it more than my mom right now, but it's real. It's very real, and it's okay. And like she said, she had to have medication, and I think some people are scared of it. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, like she said, it's a chemical imbalance, and you just need that medication to help the chemicals balance out and for you to feel normal. Because it's okay to have medication, and I think people are scared.
To try it. Yeah, because it does feel a little bit worse before you actually feel better. And I've read that on several websites, or not websites, several blogs that people write about their situation. And so that was encouraging for me to read that, hey, it's not going to happen overnight, but just be patient, hang in there, it does get better.
Okay, anyways, so on a more positive note, and how I think we're going to try to leave our videos now, is we really want to encourage and inspire. And so my grandma, I think about a year or two ago, she gave me this book, and it's called, what is it called? The Little Book of Positivity. And this, I was going through anxiety when she gave me this, but I don't think she knew until after I read it, and then I called her and I said, oh my goodness, that was the perfect book for me to read right now because I'm struggling with anxiety so much. I think it was with school or something, I don't know, but I was struggling with it. And she gave me this book, and I'll try to find a link for it and leave it down below. But I could not recommend this book more. And so
we thought we're going to end each video after today on one of the fun things to do or sayings that is in this book. So I'm going to start out by...
I'll go ahead and read it. So this quote is by George Bernard Shaw. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself.
It is truly about creating yourself, and even every journey, I think, through this life. I mean, you know, you're creating yourself. You're gonna fail, you're gonna fall, but you're gonna get back up.
Mm-hmm.
And even when you don't feel like you're getting back up, or you can't get back up, you will. And
that's why we're trying to encourage positivity. It's so important to stay positive during the times you're falling, whether into depression, or ensure you remind yourself, like, this feeling will go away, this is temporary, and you will work through it. And like we said, if you want to leave your social media stuff down below, and we will too, so you can reach out to us and we can be encouragement to each other, whether, you know, you're going through it or I'm going through it or we're going through it together. Either way, I think it's really fun to have encouragement.
And this has been hard. This is not something easy to talk about. I'm sure those that are watching, it's sometimes I used to find it kind of embarrassing because everyone sees me as a type that's always smiling or happy, and which truly I am, but doesn't mean that sometimes in my heart I'm really thinking, I feel like running out of this building and crying because I'm freaking out right now. You know, so we were just wanting to be real, you know. We just wanted to be real with you all, with what we're going through or what we've been through, share with others, and hope. And we know that there's others just like that are going through what we've been through, and still struggle with. I mean, like today is a great day, and tomorrow may be a great day, and a month may be a great day, but then it may be different a year from now. But anyway, we hope that you enjoyed this video.
And again, just leave us some comments down below. Tell us what you do to get through your anxiety attacks. Maybe that can help us, and we can use that as a strategy. And again, this is something that worked for her and I. You know, and if you do want to, you know, look more into medication, we suggest that you talk to a doctor.
Talk to your doctor,
because we are not a doctor, and she spoke to her doctor for that, and he recommended that to her. So just remember that it doesn't work for everyone, but we thought we'd share and be real with y'all because that's what we want our channel to be. And so this is us. This is a real situation we go through. This is a real life thing we go through. And so that's that. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yes.
And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to click that subscribe button because we want you here, and we want to meet you and encourage you. If you're a new subscriber, let us know and we'll welcome you to the family. And
we still haven't covered the rest of our girls' trip that was at the Galvez, which was wonderful, and we have some funny stories with that.
We want to do some reviews on places we ate and where we stayed. And so we will be discussing that soon, and hopefully next maybe July favorites in the beginning of August. And I'm going on a trip soon without my mom, but I'm going to take y'all with me, and y'all will get to meet Michael, my fiance. We're heading to, I will let you know when we film, but it's somewhere exciting. And so
I want to put one more thing is I am beginning my weight loss journey. I'm going to touch on this briefly. Over the last few years, I've put on probably 50 plus pounds. And, you know, I am just now a couple of days into this. It's not something I like to talk about. It's not something, because I see myself differently, and so I don't like to verbalize what I'm going through, or I guess the accountability of the weight gain. I don't like it, and then me talking about it makes me hear myself and realize. And so anyway, I'm beginning that journey, and I want to share that with you guys also. So we have a lot going on for this channel. We hope that you guys continue this with us. we also have her wedding. So we have a lot still going on.
to cover and talk
lot
about.
to cover.
And I think I started my weight loss journey about a month, almost 2 months ago. And let me say, it's going really good. And so I'm encouraging her to continue to do it. I'm still on it. I'm still continuing. I have my goal is right around the corner, but I'm almost there. And so while I finish mine, I'm going to help encourage her to do it because it's just amazing how good you feel. And so why not share it with y'all?
Yeah.
So anyways, thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching.
And we hope you enjoyed
Thumbs
it.
up.
Thumbs up, that's right. And don't forget to subscribe
Below. Yeah.
below. And we will catch y'all next time. Bye.
Hey, 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 hey.